Yo, what is up, everyone? We are here with another episode of Therapy Without a Degree. Joe Fucarino is in the house, in the studio. We here with Princess. Princess is over here chilling, laying down somewhere, being lazy as usual. And we got a very special guest in the building, man. What's going on, bro?
What's up, man? How's it going?
I want you to introduce yourself to the people, let them know who the fuck you are.
Rackz. Jug Stars representative from Jersey. Make music, clothes, entrepreneur, get money, you know what it is, and just striving, you know.
Word. What came first, the music or the clothes?
I would say the music.
Okay.
Yeah, the music. Yeah, the clothes is something that you had to establish, because to me, well, I was told, and some of the people that I've been around music-wise, like, look, you got to make your brand so that it can make you some bread. So it was like music, but then once you get around them people that is succeeding in the music, their opinion was that, or like that was their suggestion, and then it started with the clothes. So it was kind of the same shit, but you know,
little by little, slowly building.
Yeah.
Are the jeans yours too, or no? Or
No. These aren't mine, but I definitely I wanted to get into the denim stuff soon, but. No, these aren't mine.
Stay tuned. That shit is hard, though. The material you're using for the. Man. So who's actually doing your stuff? Like, are you guys doing everything? Do you guys send out or?
Yeah. So when it comes to the clothes, right now we try to work on anything like outsourcing it, just to figure out how to get some kind of process going that like functions without us trying to like maintain it all the time. But I do have a dude that I go to regularly over in like Wallington, helps me out with the printing stuff, and sometimes I just pick up whatever I could pick up locally and then just print on it. But when it comes to like, all right, let me make sure I got tags, let me make sure I got like care instructions and stuff like that on it, and sizes and size tags and stuff like that, overseas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're doing all that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about that.
Yeah, so it's kind of like. It is here and it's there. So whatever works at the time, you know what I mean?
I feel that, man. So what else, man? Besides the work, besides the hustle, man, what you been up to, bro? It's a fucking Tuesday. What you been doing?
Yeah. I've been lately, I say for the past, I want to say 12 months, I've been trying to keep track of it. Relaxing, trying to learn how to relax and take a second, appreciate some things, you know what I mean? Some smaller things, you know, we get really caught up, I feel like, just trying to get money, and you know the name says it for itself. Jug Stars, like, you know, my thought of it or my meaning behind it is, you know, all stars are getting money, all stars are jugging, right? But at the same time, your mental got to be right too. You know, you can't burn yourself out and be like to the point where you like, yo, I need to just get money. Then you start becoming insensitive, and you're not realizing about what's going on around you. You got, you know, family you care for, you got people that care for you, like. So lately, I've just been chilling, relaxing for the past 12.
Okay. Yeah. Now, what made you, we can go right into it. What made you think about, like, what made you wake up to say, okay, damn, I got to chill?
Yeah. I started this shit young. It's been a long time coming, basically. 7 or 8 years so far. And it was just like, yo, you're putting in that much, like, time and effort, and, bro, like, when I started, CDs were still a thing. So handing out CDs, you know what I mean? Being in rooms around people that, you know, you trying to learn the ropes, so you don't even know what's going on and who's who and who's what. But all of that built up to the point where I was just like, look, you've already established yourself. People know you for what you are and what you do, you know what I mean? Like, at least in this area, maybe not worldwide, you know, but in this area. So at this point, you got to break like life break real quick and then resume in a little bit. You know what I mean? It was just that, just how much time and effort's been put in, and you feel like at the same time you don't want to like gas yourself, like burn out type thing. You know what I mean? And be like, damn, I'm out of gas now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So just trying to reset, refresh, and just pick back up in a little bit. You know?
I myself is like, I'm like right there. Yeah. I'm like right there. Lately, I'm like, yo, I gotta sit down a little bit.
Yeah, and the other thing is too, you learn that like, if you don't do that type of stuff, like it's just gonna kind of get like mad repetitive, and you might lose focus of what your real objective was. Kind of like take a second to stand from the outside real quick and look in. You know what I mean? Like if you never do that and you just so caught up inside, like you got to take a second to look inwards. You know what I mean?
See, I kind of do that with certain projects. To do that with everything is like hard.
Oh yeah.
Like with like all business, creative shit. Like some people are real good at that. Some people are like, yo, cut off IG. All right, y'all. Like especially all the women out there, cut off IG for like a year and a half, go get surgery, come back, and then it's like you took that whole time. I can't do all that. You know what I mean? But one project at a time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
For you now in this last like 12, what were some like examples of things that you maybe had to do? Like if someone wants to do it, like, yo, like I said, even for myself or for anyone out there that wants to like maybe dial back a little bit or like find that time. Like you said, very specific things like, yo, about family, because family be going through shit.
Right.
And when you're grinding, you're just grinding.
Right.
And you're not really like checking up on them or,
right.
Hanging with them or kicking it with them. So what are maybe specific things that you did for your like journey?
My break kind of thing. Yeah. So for right now, it's been promoting. Like you make the music, you shoot the videos, you make the clothes, you do this, you do that, but then at the same time, there's a whole marketing aspect to it. So just kind of trying to like not completely let my foot off the gas, but like at the same time, kind of like slightly let it off the gas and maybe focus on like marketing more. You know what I mean? Focus on promotion, because it's another thing that like people will talk about a lot, and I feel like it's really important. But when you're making music, you could have a single, and the single could be like a platinum selling single, but you didn't promote it and you didn't put the money behind it, and you didn't, you know what I mean? You didn't nothing. You just, it's a hit, but it doesn't just grow into a hit just because it's a hit. Like now, if you look at, and I know you probably look at a lot of analytics when it comes to like marketing and all that stuff, but they say there's like so much music that gets, I don't know what the number is, that get put up on Spotify on a daily. So it's like your stuff has got to stand out out of that, all that music that's been put out today, and then yearly also it's got to stand out that one. And then aside from that, it's like you might have the music already there, but you just didn't put the money or the effort behind trying to consistently get that one record out, because you got so tired and you're like, next song. And then before you know it, you spend mad money on music, but nothing on putting the gas behind it. You know what I'm saying?
That's some real shit, man. That's super random. I say that actually all the time, especially about music artists. I actually bring that up. I mean, I say it with everything. Like anybody that has a brand, if we're talking like entrepreneurship, bro, like nobody markets themselves correctly. You know what I'm saying? Or even markets themselves close to what it should be.
All right.
But especially music, man. I see a lot of these artists, bro. They put out so much money and energy into videos, into songs, and they do all this shit. And then it's like you posted it maybe one time, 2 times, like. And I get it, because a lot of times they're like, I don't want to come off. Because don't get me wrong, there's a way to market. Like there's a lot of people that just will blast that same video in the same way. You gotta get creative, like restructure it a certain way.
Right.
But I'm all about that, bro, because the people that really, really rock with you, they'll be okay with seeing that shit 40 times, 60 times, 100 times, if they really rock with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you keep promoting it, you're going to get to new people. That's why I always tell people too, especially like Instagram and social. If you're doing it right, you're getting new followers every single day. Right. You're getting new people every single day. This is their first time seeing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
they don't.
That's how I feel on the performance side of things. Like the social media or that side of marketing, I feel like, well, in any business there's a window of opportunity, and if you make it through that cut, cool. And now you know what I mean, however it was that you made it to the top, because you made it in that window. For example, like Instagram at one time was like something you post, and it was on a timeline that was based on the time you posted, right?
Yeah.
So now if you and all your friends gathered up at the same time to post the same thing, you guys are really pushing your marketing like OD.
Yeah.
But nowadays, if you guys all do that, you guys are going to be scattered all over the place, because Instagram understands that they already put up a bunch of celebrities and artists and all that stuff. They don't want that to happen no more. You know what I mean? It's going to be a lot harder. So like you said, you got to switch it up a little bit, or figure out new ways, new niches that you want to try to get your stuff out there. But there was something else that I was about to say. Oh, performance, on the performance side. Yeah. So I feel the same way, that like, even though like I could be performing right now in whatever, let's say Florida, right? That's the first time they ever heard us perform.
Yeah.
Ever. The people back home probably seen us promote the stuff on social media a million times and are annoyed by us. But that's where I kind of like I said, take a step back, look in. And when it comes to the marketing, it's like, I feel like in person, I'm able to grab more of an audience through my performances than I am on social media, because social media is not trying to let us grow, in my opinion, because they already see the value they've added to certain people's careers. They don't want that shit to happen again. You know what I mean? So in my opinion, it's like, if you could build enough business relationships with people, and instead of being like, yo, I'm gonna push this on to Instagram, and yeah, there's gonna be one person that sees it today, then saw it yesterday. That's cool. But I feel like on the performance side, that's like that what you just said is like super big, because it's like, you performed in Florida. Now they seen that for the first time. We don't know how many times they're gonna stream that. Then you go to upstate New York, they seen that for the first time ever. You know what I mean? And I feel like you could definitely like, boom, I'm definitely getting it to new people.
Yeah, you could really hone in on that.
Yeah,
shit.
like
a lot of people don't understand that, because you're right. Because people be sitting on hits. Like I have some friends. They got some joints.
mm-hmm.
Like I have a really group of one friends. They have like 6 or 7 bangers, bro.
Yeah,
like joints. And I'm like, yo, every day. Well, every time we talk, I'm like, yo, y'all need to promote this shit. Y'all need to play this shit. Y'all need to just do this shit more. But it's like, they all kind of over it. And then they want to put out other music and make other music. But I'm like, nah, man, y'all sitting on some joints.
Yeah.
If you just do the work, a lot of people, like you said, don't want to do that other work. Like
right.
social media and all that is one piece.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to do all the other pieces. You know what I mean? You got to do the in-person shit. That's one thing we do with Garden State of Mind, GSM. Right. Like, we ain't afraid to go outside, actually meet people, and just go beyond the phone.
Yeah.
Which is, like, super rare. But I don't know, man. Maybe I'll try this break a little bit. I don't know. I can't even say the word break.
Yeah, you definitely do. But when you do, bro, just, my opinion is, like, try to find something that you're going to, like you said, what are you going to do on that break? What is it that you're going to focus on? Don't just break just because. Like, figure out how you're going to maximize on this break,
I've been trying to scale right now, like, so crazy that I can take a break.
Okay. Scale as in, like, figure out how your business is moving. And
you just scale so I can have, like, people, like, employees and shit, like more people working.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like, seeing how much, like how you want to expand is what you mean?
Or just being able to.
Oh, okay.
Being able to get to that point. Like, my focus is hustling so fucking hard so I can get to that point where I got, like, I got 7 employees. I can go take a break for 3 months.
Right.
And just oversee, Yeah. That's how I'm trying to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, foot through the fucking gas pedal.
Right.
Because I got to do that.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Right. I hear you.
Then I can take a break.
Yeah.
About the what?
No, this guy, he's off the Henny. I don't know what's up with this guy.
Yeah. Got something on the talk?
Yeah, I mean, we work business-wise. We working on a couple things. Sometimes, I've also learned, like, if there's things you bring up, but you gotta definitely seal the deal before you bring it up. Like talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because I don't like setting expectations that you can't fulfill type shit. Like,
Word.
be like, yo, I'm about to fly a jet, but I don't even know how much it costs to fly a jet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't like that. Oh, my man said this, or or this guy does that. Like,
Yeah.
but
You gotta be real careful with that type of stuff, right?
yeah. But we're gonna get into it though. Like, he was basically, we wanna right now we were trying to set up, like I was telling you, that window of opportunity thing. So like, you know, these days a lot of like shit is dangerous. You know, there's a lot of shit out there that like people is like too much, and it's getting hard to get money. Is getting like, you can't just be running around flossing money like that. At least if you really like be around a lot of people, you don't even got to be in the hood. Just be around a lot of people, because there's people that don't want to see you do good. You feel me? So, I mean, for right now, it's like at one point it was alright to make money in your neighborhood and just be on some like, yo, this is what we doing, and be in people's face on some like, yo, we getting money, da da da. But like these days, it's so hard to get money. You got to be safe. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what I'm working on next is I want to try to I want to open up a little store, hopefully.
Word.
My own clothes and stuff like that. But I also have to focus on, like you said, who's making my shit. Because if you take it to that level, you're gonna want to make sure that you have the tags, you have the barcodes, you have the terminals to swipe credit cards, or you know, pay for stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you got, if you don't have that shit, like realistically, it's like you're growing too fast without actually having like the foundation set. So I want to open up a store, but I want to open it on a smaller scale to test it, and then figure out if I want to really pay rent for a store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you start little by little.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing? At least with the clothes. How long have you been doing that?
7 years since I started.
7 years.
Yeah.
So 2016.
Yeah, 2017 was officially like LLC, but before that we was like making music, garage band, in the car, in the garage, wherever we could find music or make music. And then was when it was like, all right, we taking it for real. And then like 2016, 17 was like, all right, let's start making money selling clothes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's a journey, bro. I'll give it up to you for that.
Yeah.
That's about the time when we started this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Thanksgiving of 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, late 2016 is when we started the journey. And people don't understand, man, it takes time.
Yeah. And not only that, but like, it's also like what you want to represent, really. Like, you could end up at the end of the day, we've seen, you know, if you, from 2017 till now, we've seen a lot of shit. You know, we've seen a lot of people pop off, and then you've seen how they pop off, and you see how it ends up, or you see how they stick around or they don't stick around. Mm-hmm. You know, you learn through it all, kind of thing. So I always feel like it could be, anybody's journey could be longer, but like your journey could be like more longevity than the next. So just focus on how it is that, you know what I mean, you getting it type shit, you know? Because right now, like, at one point it was like skits, you know? Who wasn't doing a skit and doing ignorant shit and running through stores and slamming shelves and all this dumb shit? You do that now, you're not going to get views. Shit. Everybody's done and tired with that shit, you know what I mean? But like now, if you do it a different way, whatever it is, you might end up popping off in your own creative way. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's it. I feel like we should take that time that we've put in or learned since 2017 and apply it type shit. But not like, oh, all right, I'm going to go slam like shit. You know what I mean? But like apply it as in like, where did that go for them? Or, you know, how is it translating in like revenue and bread that we making and stuff like that? You know what I mean? And how long we making money? I don't want to pop off like they was bringing up. You ever? I don't know if you be on Snapchat a lot, but sometimes I pop up on it and they have like these like articles, but it'd be like kind of commercials type shit. And there was one about Supreme Patty. That shit got nothing to do with music. Okay. But it was just like, it reminded me. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about this man. Like whatever. And when they were breaking it down where he's at with his career and all that extra shit, it's not saying that he was doing bad, but they were just saying why he's not around on social media no more and like the things that he's focusing on and shit like that. So like, yeah, he could have popped off, but then he's realizing like, yo, I got to slow down my life so I can make sure I live to enjoy this shit. You know what I'm saying? So they say now he's a whole different person, like on some more serious, more chill shit. You know what I mean? And they were going back on his putting limes in his eyes and hot sauce and all that extra shit. But
Yeah,
like,
I don't know who he is.
yeah,
Nigga.
how far did that go? Like that shit fucked your body up, bro. You would put limes in your eyes?
Nah,
They was doing that shit for views. Were they not?
that's crazy. Yeah, all those pages. Man,
Lime juice. You look him up. He's like Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
That's what a YouTube dude.
Oh, so it's one of
Yeah,
those.
so it's like you look him up. It's like he got his own fan base and it's millions of people. But then he's like, now he's honing in on like, hold up, I gotta make merch that makes me money that I can sell is mine and it's my money. Yeah, Supreme Patty.
Yo, that's one thing. You got to work smarter, not harder.
And like I said, that shit got nothing to do with music. But think about that. Like, you know, he's just he does skits and he's a personality on YouTube. He's got millions of views, but he didn't know what to do with it. After he was getting all them views, he's just like, but like, what the fuck? Like, how does this fucking translate into money? And then he's realized, like, holy
a lot of times people don't know.
And holy shit, I'm famous as hell, and like I did all this dumb shit to my body, but I didn't turn it into money.
Yeah, because people don't plan for that shit.
Fuck.
There's a lot of those, man, that just got popping overnight or quick or whatever and got some bread, and then had no idea what to do with it.
Yeah, but it cost them shit is what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
like it cost you like burning your eyes with lemon juice. Like before you did that, you didn't think about how we're gonna get these views to get you to a link to like sell some of this shit.
Yeah, to buy something.
Even if it's selling lemons, like sell lemons. Then I don't fucking know.
Should have been.
Yeah, like brand, like teamed up with like the people that farm and shit. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's a lot of that shit out here. What do you feel like? Because obviously before the 7 years, before you were getting into that, I mean, when you were younger, anything that you feel like you went through back then, or you growing up, any of your experiences kind of shape and helped you into now doing like entrepreneurship and maybe things that you wouldn't have thought about?
Hold on, you're gonna have to ask that one more time, bro. I'm high.
Nah, you straight. Like, we all go through different things in life.
Okay.
Right? Do you think anything of that has helped you now in entrepreneurship and being able to do what you do?
Oh yeah.
And what are some of those things that maybe you had to experience before doing that that now shaped and helped you, for today?
Yeah. How you want to grow as a professional, really. Like, I'm not saying that you have to be like suit and tie type shit, but street shit is one thing and then business shit is another thing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if you've seen any of these interviews, but a lot of artists will tell you that like, oh, like maybe I'm not working on music. I'm focused more on my business shit. You know what I mean? One person I could come up to mind right now is like Waka Flocka. If you look into him, he was talking about all that shit. Slim Thug, I think, doing the same thing. He's got a bunch of real estate and shit like that. But regardless, the point is how you grow as a professional. That kind of helped me with my entrepreneurship, because when you work in, let's say, a shit job and you don't want to work that shit job, I'm like, fuck this job and I'm quitting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm out of here.
Bro, that test right there, or like that pressure, ends up being like a real test as to like how much you want it. Because just because you want it doesn't mean that you're gonna be running down on people and robbing niggas and doing all this and all that extra shit. I understand some people get it like that, right? But at the same point in time, it's like, if you learn to adjust and then apply that to what you, like you said, your entrepreneurship, you'll end up building relationships with people that's going to teach you shit that you won't even know that you needed to learn type shit. You know what I mean? There's a lot of bosses that I didn't even want to work for at the time, but ended up over time, like basically friends or partners or whatever you want to call it. We still stay in contact. They still respect me utmost. But why? Because I did what I had to do work-wise, no matter how they pissed me off. If I did let it out at the time, one thing, but I kept the relationship. And now to this day, when I'm working on shit business-wise, I could reach out to them and be like, yo, I'm working on this, and that. How do you think I should go about it? Or what do you suggest about, da-da-da-da-da? And they'll share their thoughts with me. They might not be able to understand the whole situation as far as like how sometimes you got to finesse some things, but otherwise you still can hear what he got to say and then apply it to what it is that you're working on. You know what I'm saying? And if you didn't keep those relationships, who are you going to call?
Yeah.
Or who are you going to talk to about it?
How do you think, honestly, you learned that? Because not a lot of people could understand that or see that, especially deal with them. If they didn't win and work out, just be like, oh, fuck them.
Yeah. How I learned that was, uh, bro, I, I don't like. I think to myself about that shit. Really, to be honest, I sometimes say like, in life must be like certain levels of like common sense, obviously, and then like if this person has enough sense, they'll pick something up, and if they don't, then they don't pick shit up. So I think to myself like, is this like a skill that everybody got and they just don't know how to use it type shit, or is it?
I don't think it is.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if some people just don't have it, or they just don't know how to use it, or how does it? How does I don't know. I don't know how that shit clicks in my head, but over time,
For you, it's always been pretty natural.
nah, some shit sucks, bro. Some shit you want to be like, fuck this shit, bro.
Yeah.
You dead ass want to be act how you normally would act, but you got to be like, and then actually, I think I would say what you learn in the end result, and you could reflect on, like as far as like looking back, is what teaches you how to sharpen that skill up. You know what I mean? As far as like,
But a lot of people don't even do that.
yeah,
That's
I
the
don't
thing.
know. Cause bro, one time I had a job working at Dunkin' Donuts. That shit was garbage. Young as hell, like 15 years old, six in the morning. What do they want to tell me to go do? Go pick up the cigarette butts in the parking lot. You think at the end of the day, you thinking about, I'm gonna be better than this. I'm a this and that. Fuck this job, blah blah. Cool, whatever. But then you can't really be like fuck this job if you never really see it through to the end, and then move on to the next thing and make sure that shit no more in your life, and make sure you never revert back to that type shit. That's like, I don't know. I think once you make it to the next step and you look back and how you got here type shit, that should teach you how like that skill is important. You know what I mean?
That's true. A lot of people in that moment, they just are like, fuck that.
Yeah. If you get mad, bro, or I don't know if you've ever tried this, if you get mad and somebody say something to you and you want to be like, yo, fuck you, right? Next time, try, or I don't know if you do this, just don't say fuck you. And then just like let that shit rock, and then the next day go respond to that. I bet you it's not gonna be fuck you. You know what I mean? And when you see that little slight, oh, okay, hold on, let me just get back to it later when I get a chance, and you see that the outcome is different, you might be wanting to use that same skill on like a bigger scale. You know what I mean? Oh, this guy's making it hard for me to do business. Fuck you. But then you're like, you know what?
Let me chill.
I'll answer his email later type shit. You know what I mean?
But that is actually that intuition right there. That's like reading the room. Not everybody got that. That's pretty rare to have, especially dealing with entrepreneurs and people, in today's day and age. So that had to come from somewhere, wherever it is. If it's just natural or you think over time you developed it.
I'm telling you, I feel like the people that I've worked for in the past, just being able to stay in contact with them and just understanding how everybody's thought process that is successful is, and you see how they could be different, but somehow, some way they have, everybody had like maybe a different objective to get out of that situation. And it was the same situation I gave each one of them. You know what I'm saying? So just gathering that shit together, then I'm like, all right, cool. So like now I gotta think like so and so. All right, think like, and you don't even have to call him no more. Now you're like, yo, hold on, I think I know how he will handle it. Word. You know what I mean?
What would you tell other people, man, that are trying to maybe like, let's say someone else right now that is in that position that you were like, oh, the Dunkin' Donuts or whatever, but they don't really have those people to go to,
the guidance,
or like those individuals to like read the room from. How would they do that?
Dunkin' Donuts, the owner, I shouldn't even say his name, but whatever. This dude, he owned like 5 or 6 Dunkin' Donuts at a time. I think he's like a franchise. You got to buy a couple at a time. He might have been like 15, to be honest. So I don't want to exaggerate, but it's like a 7-Eleven thing where you got to buy a couple. And when he would come in, he don't want to talk to nobody. But if you're in an uncomfortable situation, like you don't want to talk to him, bro, say what's up to that man. You know what I'm saying? Even if he's a dickhead, say what's up to him. Try to figure out like what it is that, like, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, what are his concerns, and then understand like how he moves or whatever the case is. And little by little, you'll grow on him. And even if you don't, there's going to be another businessman you will grow on, you know what I'm saying, that you could build out with. So That's all I could say. Like them shit's jobs, they got something in there, but you just gotta figure out what, and where, and who. You know what I mean? It could be just a manager. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, is this guy just a manager?
What stops people from doing that, you think?
Intimidated. You don't want to be around. You don't want to talk to this man. You know he got plenty of money. Like, for this particular person, aside from these Dunkin' Donuts, he also owned the payroll company that paid us. And that payroll company pays the Yankees, if I'm not mistaken. It was called Yankee Payroll.
Huh.
And so he writes the check to the Yankees. So, like, I'm not going to sit here and, like, talk to him about that side of shit. But, like, that should show you enough that, like, he could drop a couple gems if you could just shut the fuck up and just kind of be like, all right, whatever. Like, I'm going to be the bitch in this situation and just shut up and listen. You know what I mean? And I'd be like, yo, fuck that man. Because if you know, he ain't going to want to share. He don't want to share with nothing with you in the first place. You know?
Yeah. You're right. A lot of people, they don't want to move that pride aside.
Right.
They don't want to move the pride aside and actually ask out. They want to, try to do it like other ways or just avoid that. But that's when you're like stunting your own growth.
You got to play your position at every step of the way. 100%. If you're the cigarette butt picking up guy and toilet cleaning up guy, you're going to have to play that position for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, and if you want to move into something else, you're going to have to figure out how to get, but you're going to have to, you don't have to be the driver all the time. You can sit in the passenger seat for a second.
Everyone think they're the man before they're the man.
Yeah, I promise you, or I don't even know if it's 100%, but Diddy, I'm sure, will probably take lessons from any other successful man all day. Because they know what it is. They know that if you're not thinking like that, then, like, what is, like, you know what I mean? I don't know if you've seen recently about how he's paying Sting like $5,000 a day or $2,000 a day for the song. And then, he goes on Instagram and he posts something like that's my boy, or that's my friend, like, shout out, da-da-da, whatever. He posted something like that. Why is that? Meanwhile, we sitting here killing each other over a couple of bands that we lose in the streets and this and that and that and this. This man got to pay this man $5,000 a day for that song to be streaming. And somehow he's saying that that's his boy. It might not really be his boy, but he knows he got to make that relationship so that y'all could rock in harmony. You know what I'm saying? You, even though you did it, you can't be the driver of that position. You this passenger. That's your boy now, right?
Yeah.
Just calm down and pay him his money and invite him to dinners or however they handle that.
However you got to do it to network.
Right, and just keep the door open and let's get this money. Like, you know what I mean?
A lot of people don't understand that, though. They think that they go around it or they're going to get the easy way.
Yeah, or you could just be like, yeah, fuck that man. No, man, that man will figure out a way to get more than 5,000 now out of you. You feel me? He's probably happy that it's only 5,000. Shit, like, we don't know,
100%.
But yeah, it could have been on some, like, what if the deal with Virginia was 10,000 a day? And they negotiated the 5,000. Like, yo, shout out to my boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why, hey, he's friends now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, who knows?
Man. So what are some of the things now you're trying to get into now? I mean, obviously you're promoting very heavy. What else, man? What are some future things people should look out for?
Yeah, the store, the clothes, Garden State Plaza.
Okay,
yeah,
let's go.
Outside of Zara's, across from Nordstrom's. Not to say too much.
Nah, I need some gunshots for that.
Yeah,
and some air horns.
Yeah,
let's go.
You know how it goes. I mean, we're in North Jersey, so it's not cheap. So you might not leave with much, but you'll still keep building that brand awareness. You know what I'm saying? And that just came from like I said, taking a break and looking from the outside in. So you already put enough work, handing out CDs, walking up to random cars, being in the hood, chilling with this person to that person to this person, and figuring out like who you could promote your shit to or how to promote your stuff to, and then you like, all right, this is cool and all, and everybody understands it on a person to person basis, but like, how do you start reaching like an audience on some like I don't want to say about the masses, but just like organically, I guess, right? Just like just foot traffic in the mall. Like that was my thought. My other thoughts have been before. Excuse me, bro. I've done dumb shit like putting up banners and like T-shirts over bridges in Patterson type shit. So when people were driving past the highway, Like that's my billboard there, like type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, somebody take it down, cool. I apologize. If you get in trouble for it, all right, gotta pay a fine. But you ain't caused nobody no harm. You might have to, you know what I mean, like have to deal with some other consequences if you getting caught or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like just thinking outside the box, like you said. Like that's it.
All different types of shit.
Yeah.
Getting creative and scaling and putting in the work.
Yeah.
That's one thing I see, man. You're not afraid to actually put in the work and do those type of things.
Yeah.
A lot of people out here are real lazy.
Yeah. I mean, bro, I learned a lot, bro. I don't know if I brought this up, but you know, I say it all the time. Like the brand coming from Patterson or whatever, Fetty's from Patterson. We've linked and we've crossed paths a lot. And he shared a lot of things with me, type shit, as far as like, yo, how to keep yourself, like, stay up type shit. And one of the things was making sure you have income, building your brand, selling your clothes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was a suggestion. Like, bro, you gotta
make the brand.
Yeah, you gotta like make the music. You could do everything you gotta do music wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've crossed paths in the studio and everything. Do everything you gotta do music wise, because you still need to sell yourself. But then you also need something that's tangible, because it can't just be like, all right, what's up? I'm here. I'm gonna just like rap for y'all and y'all pay me. You know what I mean? Like, it's at the end of the day, CDs is gone.
Yeah.
You know? So
you need a product.
Right. So at one point you could have been like, yo, I got a CD. Boom. Here, I got you. And you could get selling for $2, $3, $5 maybe if you was lucky, and they cost you 70 cents, and that's like 20 times your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then on the other side is like CDs is no longer a thing, and I started realizing like, yo, I'm handing out CDs, and people were like, yo, I don't even got a CD player.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, all right. And then the next thing was like, yo,
people are still doing it too. I tell them, I say, yo, I respect the hustle, but what do you want me to do with this?
Yeah. So then it was like, oh yeah, but you can move into USBs. But it's like, bro, not everybody wants to use a USB. I learned, because even if you want to share your music with a DJ, DJs don't want to plug that shit into the computer. They risk a lot of information. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They don't know if they could swipe your whole computer with a USB. You don't know.
Yeah,
like,
that shit is dead. Like,
so it's like nobody wants to. That's too like personal. You know what I mean? So then it became like, okay, I know I'm supposed to be selling clothes, but like maybe I'll just try to sell my clothes to like promote the brand, and then the brand gets linked to the music. So right now, if you Google Juke Stars, let's say I seen you somewhere and I didn't give you a CD, I gave you a shirt. I said, yo, bro, like, here, check out this shirt. It costed me however much. I'm giving out game right now.
Yeah.
It cost me however much, and I give it to you for $2. Or I don't even charge you, but it costed me $2 to give it to you. The CD was 70 cents. That's $2. It's $1.50 more that I had to pay to give it to you. But you might wear it, and if you wear it, you're promoting the brand, right? And at the end of the day, if someone looks it up, they're going to find the music. Literally, you could Google Juke Stars right now. All the music will come up.
Yeah, it's a walking billboard.
Right. So it's like all the music is going to come up as soon as you Google it. I'm not worried about giving you a CD now. Now I'm worried about getting clothes on people to make sure, not just the billboard side. I want quality, and I want usefulness, and I want all that shit, because you have to get, but it doesn't come out of thin air, and you got to make your relationships with your manufacturers. That's a whole nother aspect. But you definitely, at least, instead of like, yo, take my CD, and be like, bro, I'm not fucking with CDs right now. You know what I mean? People don't even want to hold the CD, you know? It's like, all right, well, take a shirt. Like, oh, fuck, yeah, I'll put this on. Cool, whatever. I'll tag you on it, da-da-da. And then, you could use that on social media, all that shit. Yeah.
Good shit, man. I like it, bro.
Yeah,
you're putting people onto the game. a lot of people don't know, you know. I got a couple of friends. I got a shout out to my friend Crispy. Crispy has a clothing brand, a couple of people, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a lot of people. It's a lot of work, even with the music side. Music is a lot of fucking work.
Word. That shit is crazy. It really is. There's all types of ways nowadays. I've thought of things before where I'm just like, I wonder if these young kids nowadays, and this is something that, maybe it's already out there, but if they got like Telegram groups, like imagine you was an artist, right? And instead of you like trying to share your music with people, you like had them use a QR code to make it to your Telegram, and now you're just building a chat with your Telegram group and dropping your music.
Yeah, direct link to download.
Or not even that. You could just listen to it. I just posted on my in that chat, And this is the only place you could listen to it from. I mean, you need to make the streams to make the money, but I don't know, just
building that community.
Yeah, like having it a
now
private.
y'all gotta pay him. Y'all gotta pay him. He can't give no more gems. Y'all gotta send him a check, all right?
Having it a private
thing.
thing.
Nah, you gotta start coaching these people out here.
Yeah, man.
Because now you gotta start collecting.
But that's
that
the
check.
thing, though. That's how I always look at it. Like, bro, if you think about it, you sit in an office or you sit in a room with a record label. Like, they don't want to hear you talk about none of this shit. Well, if you don't get your stupid ass out of here and go make this music, you know what I mean? Like, you're not supposed to be. You're supposed to be. I don't want to say it like that because a lot of artists out there, but you're not supposed to be wise enough. You're supposed to be like easily swindled for you to be like, for them to want to like fuck with you and give you money and then have you owe them and then you fuck it up and then now next thing you locked up and then now you can't pay it and now you can't drop records and now they got your albums on lock and now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But a lot of people just want that quick bread.
What's the quick bread get you though nowadays? What time is it? We out?
No. Just checking something real quick. My fault. You said what time is what?
No, I said what is quick bread nowadays? Like I feel like $100,000 could go so easy, bro.
It's ridiculous, but that's what they want.
$500,000 will barely get you a house out here.
They just want the bag, and a lot of times they don't even know what comes with that shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll give you 100,000 right now, and I bet you could spend it in a month.
Easy.
Right or wrong?
People will buy a car, half that's gone.
Matter of fact, most people when they need something, or like if you ask them what could you wish for right now, they'd be like $1 million, right?
Yeah.
Most people just say $1 million. So that goes to show how like, bro, $1 million is what people kind of need, and some record deals is not going for $1 million from the get. They give you like $50K.
That's the shit that people don't want to talk about. They be offering them little bags, and people be taking that shit.
Yeah, and instinctively you don't even realize that when you was in your grind mode, where you barely had any looks, anybody would have asked like, "Yo, what would it cost for you to?" And they're like, $1 million. Like, all right, so then why didn't you ask your record label for $1 million from the start? You know what I mean? Like, why you cut yourself short type shit. You feel me? And that's the hard part. Because when you sit down, you watch Drink Champs?
Time to time.
Okay. They had one recently, and it was about Anuel.
Okay.
And I like to understand it because it's just like, you got to figure out, like, apparently they got some of the better deals when it comes to the music industry. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah.
But Nori brought up how he introduced Daddy Yankee to Rock Nation, I think it was. And when he brought them out there, when he brought Daddy Yankee out there, they wanted to, I don't know if it was Dame or who it was that was in charge of it at that time. They wanted to offer him like, I think it was like $15,000 and like some merch, some Rockaware merch. And he said he left out of there like embarrassed because he was like, bro, I swear I'm bringing you a fucking multi-million-dollar artist that is gonna change the game, and that's a slap in the face. And what ended up happening of it, they didn't take that, but Daddy Yankee went and continued doing whatever he was doing. He popped off.
That's crazy.
Rock Nation could have had that shit from the beginning,
and they were trying to offer some trash,
some bullshit. And merch, it was like some crazy shit. Like,
we're gonna give you
and merch. Like, what the fuck?
That's
dog?
crazy.
Like, what the fuck?
Imagine offering Daddy Yankee merch.
Just merch so you could sign to me. Like, that's crazy, bro. It's sad.
I wish I was in the room.
Yeah, shit is sad.
I wish I was in that fucking room.
And now Daddy Yankee is who he is, you know?
He's a fucking man.
It's crazy. You hear his music, and it is the commercial sound of reggaeton right now. You know what I mean?
Whoever gave that offer is fucking pissed.
He probably, I don't know if he got a job.
Yeah. They probably fired him the next day after he got signed somewhere else or whatever. He probably got out of here.
Or
I don't know. But this was dope, man. Where can they find everything? I know you said they could just Google it. They can go to the website. What can they do? Where can they find everything right now?
So we have the store, like I said, that we're trying to open up.
Yeah.
So definitely come check us out, Garden State Plaza. Pull up.
When can they come?
I'm starting on Tuesday.
Okay, so they can come. So when this is out, you can pull up.
Yeah, there's a lot of negotiation, bro. That shit is crazy. They want a lot of money.
Well, bro.
And it was a lot of like, yo, like, all right, but we trying and we small and like da da da, and like, could you give us a break? And it was on some like, yeah, we need our money. I'm like, damn, God.
Talk about it. Let's go.
For real. So, once we got it down packed, we supposed to try this 1 month, starting Tuesday. And yeah, basically, like I said, it's like getting money nowadays is like, you got to be safe. You can't be on some like, you're not about to be in people's face with it and like, oh yeah, like I'm good and you not type shit,
Yeah.
So it was kind of my way of, like I said, as a professional, just trying to be like, all right, bet, let me set up an official spot. People could comfortably come and get their shit and not worry about shit. Like when you do it, and if you do it like out the trunk of your car nowadays, because I have videos when I was doing shit like that back in the day, bro, you got your head got to be on swivel, bro. You got to pay attention. Like, you don't know who could walk up on you. We seen how many artists, have passed off of just feeling being too comfortable and shit like that. So I just be on some like trying to pay attention and make sure all my peoples is good. You feel me? And make sure that like if you guided people in a certain direction, I'm gonna try to not guide you in the wrong direction. You feel me? Like give you my best opinion on what I think and how it should move. And then comes the other part, business. Like, bro, if you have a business at the end of the year and you filing taxes, nobody teach you shit about that.
Yeah.
Nobody teach you shit about that. So,
that'd be all the write-offs.
Yeah, bro, that'd be a whole nother podcast for that. But it's just like, dog, I started this shit and nobody gave me no guidance. And at the end of the day, you end up losing and you don't even know you're losing. You know what I'm saying? Till you there and you losing. You know what I'm saying? So, if you guys don't know this, when you have a LLC, if you don't file your taxes or you don't file it on time, even a day late, it's a $2,000 fine in New Jersey.
Talk about it.
Yeah, $2,000 fine, and I'll just keep it G. Like that's what it is. Like, so if you behind 4 or 5 years, that's like 10,000 right there.
It's a lot of bread.
Yeah, and you young hustling and you doing whatever you're doing, you're not thinking about shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You want something like, yo,
you just working.
I'm trying to put my brand out there, right? Young, like 20 years old, 22 years old. I'm trying to put my brand out there, and then you look back like, hold up, I got all my receipts, I got all money I spent, I got my totals, I got everything, because that was my mind, but I didn't know that. All right, bet, like when I go to my accountant, this is what I gotta give her, and this is what we gotta. And there's a due date, and if it's not on time, you get fined this much. Like, that's a whole nother thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real.
An accountant is always one of the biggest pieces to when you're having a business and you're actually making money. That's like one of the first things that you fucking need.
They say, what is one of your two best friends that you need as a business owner? I think it was
an
like
accountant and a lawyer.
Lawyer and an accountant, yep. That's it.
Those are the two things you need. You gotta go find yourself one.
Best friend, they say it'll be your best friend in your business.
And not everyone is good. You gotta find one that knows your shit.
Yeah, they'll get you.
Like I just found an accountant that I'm like, yo, you know what? I feel like you understand your shit. Yeah. But that shit takes time to even like, I feel like, you're willing to bend the rules a little bit. You're willing to, like the other ones, nah.
Yeah, they'll get
you. Though, you'll bend a little bit. I'll take you.
Yeah, you gotta be safe. There's there's people, I don't know if you heard, like there's always stories that people will be like, their accountant claimed it was filing, even as celebrities, and they wasn't filing shit. I think Steve Harvey was talking about that. I don't know if you ever heard that. Their accountant was supposed to be filing for him, wasn't filing, taking his checks. You get what I'm saying? Or whatever it was. And then at the end of like 10 years, all of a sudden they getting a letter from the IRS like, you haven't paid your taxes for millions of dollars like for the past 10 years, like you about to go to jail, boss. like oh, what happened? My accountant had it. And it's like, your accountant is not doing shit. They was taking them checks and depositing.
That's why you gotta check that shit like every day.
Yeah, man, that shit is crazy. And luckily these days everything's online,
everything's the internet, everyone can check.
Yes,
and you gotta actually check it though.
Yeah.
Like one of the guys I follow for like financial stuff is Greg Cardone. He's like, yo, he checks his shit every day.
Oh yeah,
every day. His books, his account, all that, every day.
Oh yeah, that's different. Yeah,
he wakes up. That's what the first thing he does.
Oh, that's different.
But he's also serious money in real estate. Like he's a billionaire.
Oh shit, yeah, nah, yeah,
But
yeah,
it gets,
yeah,
you know, you want that should be the standard eventually.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
But this was dope, man. Thank you for
Having,
coming through,
having,
bro.
yeah, having
Thank you for
somebody
coming
do
on.
that. Having somebody do that, you gotta find a solid team, bro.
Yeah, the team is fucking what you need. That's like one of the most important part. But don't rush it. You know, your best team will come to you.
Yeah,
The best team will come to you, and the people that want to work with you.
yeah.
But what do you think, man? Beyond your brand, beyond any of that, what do you think is slept on out here? What do you want to shout out? At the end of the show, we usually have people shout out something you think is dope, something you think is slept on. What do you got?
Ooh,
Could be anything. Could be a show. Could be a music. Could be a hobby. Could be whatever. Whatever's slept on out here.
slept on. I think YouTube.
YouTube University.
I think YouTube. I say it all the time. I know that. I mean, when it comes to the marketing, and the social media, and all of that shit, I know it sounds ridiculous because they've probably been around for a while. There's a competitor to YouTube. Have you heard that?
No.
Rumble.
Rumble?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They gonna be, huh? That what app?
We don't want to say it too much because this might get shadow banned. We're on YouTube right now as we speak.
Yeah, what app? Oh yeah, there's an sleeping.
Sleeping.
You might be. You probably got an account. Damn. Should I put y'all on? How much you charge people to watch this shit on YouTube?
It's free. It's free. Yeah.
There's an app, and they was running ads a lot on Instagram. It's called. It's like nah. It's called Whatnot. And basically Whatnot. If you haven't tried it yet, make sure you download it. Check this out. I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna share it with you. Hopefully, I'm in frame right now. When you share it with people, Instagram doesn't do this. Fuck Instagram. It's like no. When you share it with people, they have referrals. So your referrals, if you refer somebody, like if I put you on, I get $200 for putting you on, just putting you on the app, right?
That's fine.
You don't have to. I don't know if you have to be a seller or not to get that, but it's a $200 referral, right? But everybody that makes an account to purchase or whatever, they have to be payment ready. So what it is basically everybody has like their own personal infomercial.
Okay.
You have to go live. They almost like make you understand that like you have to follow steps in order to be a part of this application. You get what I'm saying? And not no crazy shit.
Yeah.
But like when you sign up, you know, you got to prove, let's say as a seller, you got to prove you got inventory, you got to this, da, da, da. Now, once you signed up, you have to set up, they give you a time frame after you do this like web seminar, and they teach you you have to be on that call to learn how to use it, da, da, da. And then they give you a set amount of time after that call to make your first live. Now, when you do that live and you go to sell, you don't know nobody, and you go on the live, right? People are on there buying regularly all day.
Yeah.
Anything. Bro, people sell pallets. You know the pallets from Targets and
shit?
shit?
I know how people
Bro,
flip
they
them.
bust open the pallets, and everything they pull out, they pull it on camera. People buy it like this. So for me as my brand, I obviously sell my clothes. But my thing was like, I'm like, people might not know and give a fuck, whatever. But let me try it because I have to follow these steps that they forced me to just follow. You know what I mean? And on my first live, I started selling like a couple shirts. And I was like, oh, all right, cool. You know?
Yeah.
All right. And then I started getting a hang of people's how they are operating on that. You know what I'm saying? Like on Instagram, people do stories, they do reels, they do this to get their views, right?
Yeah.
But then I started peeping that on the app, people will have games. Like, you know, when they were doing like the wheel that was like kind of like a, what's that shit called? A fortune wheel kind of thing. This shit, people have it set up a certain way that we're like, oh, you pick a number. Every number you pick, you get a prize. But then one of those numbers will give you a grand prize. You know what I'm saying? And then the highest bidder will get a V-Lone shirt and or a pair of sneakers. And they have so many catches that like people are actively like just always watching.
Tapped in.
Yeah, and playing and bidding and as soon as they bid and they win, it's payment sent. Like it's on some like, bro, it's crazy.
That's what you said is Whatnot, right?
Whatnot. And I would say in a month that I started that, I sold 700 million out. So 150 units. So that was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Word. We'll put it. Give me the code or give me a link so you can get referrals.
Yeah.
We'll put it in the description so you get that rev.
Yeah, that shit's bro. I'm telling you, that shit is crazy. I don't know how long that type of shit is gonna last or how that shit works.
Find out.
Bro, that shit is crazy. Huh?
That they got to pay you for that ad.
Oh yeah. So, actually, they just did a before we leave and shit. They did a thing for Rolling Loud with them, and it was the first time that they did something like that with a big brand.
That big.
And Rolling Loud got on live, and they was giving out tickets. They was giving out Rolling Loud chains. Like I don't know if it was diamond chains, but they was iced out chains. Lil Yachty was a special guest, and it was them testing it, and they did a collab Whatnot with Rolling Loud. And they had like 7,000 viewers or some shit on the live, and the shit started crashing. So that's how young this shit is. You know what I'm saying?
It's new.
Yeah, it started crashing, and you could do this is what Instagram needs to do. I'm telling you right now, bro. I'm telling you right now, they need to have a giveaway button. Whatnot is killing them on that. Literally, you could start.
Oh, they'll come out with it because they always watch. Yeah, they copy.
Yeah, they have a way where you could set up when you go on Whatnot. And let's say you don't get viewers or whatever, you come in, you set up like, let's say a giveaway or a couple of giveaways. As soon as you start a giveaway, people are hopping on your live trying to get that free shit. But they can't get that free shit unless they follow. That's the only way they can sign up for the giveaway. So you take on the shipping cost, but people have to follow to be a part of this giveaway. Obviously, some assholes, they'll follow to get the giveaway and then unfollow. Yeah. But that community is not really like that right now. You feel me? It's not no egos, no shit like that. People will follow and they just follow. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I have people hit me like, yo, when are you going live again? Because I'm trying to buy da-da-da. But the people that you reach, bro, Colorado, Cali, Hawaii, fucking, bro, so many places. And I'm like, you will never reach these shits if you don't. That's that window opportunity I'm talking to you about. Later on, when there's too many people on there, the shit might be dead. I don't know.
You got to give it a shot while it's there.
But for right now, yeah.
But that's dope, man. People tap in with that app. I'm going to shout out this film I saw yesterday. It was called Playing Sam. Shout out to Ramon Pasante. Shit was pretty fire. We saw the screening of it last night, so I can't wait till that's actually officially out. We got that. But other than that, man, this was dope. Again, thank you, bro, for coming on.
Appreciate you.
Make sure y'all check out everything he has going on. Him, the whole team. Make sure you pull up to Garden State Plaza. If you're in New Jersey, New York, if you're in PA, anywhere around here, come on through. All right?
Can I share something?
Of course.
When we do shows, make sure you pop out. For real. I'm telling you, the shows is different. Like, we like to have fun. I don't know if you've gotten around to the music and shit or not. We did a show with P&B Rock. Rest in peace. It was a fire show, Wellmont. It was like 2,000 people. I got footage on that on YouTube. We did one with Lil TJ recently. And there's a specific like booking people that I work with to do those type of shits. But if we have a show and you follow and you check us on YouTube, Instagram, all that shit, come out to a show because that's what we focus on. We did the showcases. That's another thing when it comes to growth. You could do the little shows. It's like practicing in the gym. You know, experience.
Little by little.
But then once you start doing them shows, bro, shit is, you know what I'm saying? You'd be surprised how people are, it's different levels. The audience is gonna, they rock with you just off the fact that you on the stage that Lil TJ about to be on. You feel me?
Yeah, it's a vibe, man. The shows are always cool. So they got to come out. You got to pop out to a show.
Yeah, come
check in, tap in. This was dope, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Appreciate you.
No problem, man. All right, make sure y'all check out the vibes. Other than that, we out of here. Therapy without a degree. Peace. Get some gunshots.